Hey guys, Sunstreaker Wozza here. Welcome back to another Wednesday stream where, yes, today we're going to be talking about a bit more about Titans. We've got a bit more of a feel for them. They came out last week. Everyone's a bit confused what was going on. But yeah, I think people are starting to get the hang of it now. People understanding where they should put their points and how it all sort of works. So, we're not going to go over too much about Titans, but what I'm going to do is going to go through the tech tree. And I'm going to go a bit more in depth. We've also got new effects out that come out in the newsletter. We'll go through that in the newsletter as well. But we've got some new war effects coming out now. We've also got some new cores coming out eventually. So I'm going to do a bit about how I'm preparing for that, what I'm doing, how I'm going to change my team round, bots I might drop, bots I might bring in. Bots that I might think would be more in the meta now. And then we're also going to talk about a bit about the tech tree and what I've invested in already. And I'll talk about why I've invested them. I've not just put points in endlessly, whatever, wherever. I've actually made a calculated decision on why I want to put these points in where they are and what benefit it's going to give me. And then we're going to talk about the 5-star poll that's been started. Obviously, all the content creators have had their say on what they think is going to be the next 5-star batch. I think mine's way off already, just from the voting. But we'll talk about the voting. Listen, I'm going to give my sort of take on the voting. I'm going to give my opinion on what I think should win. Well, there's some that I think will win, and some that I want to win. But you'll see it by my votes, and I'll talk about why I probably don't want the others to vote. Now, listen, guys. That's not me sort of trying to swing votes or anything like that. I'm just giving you an idea, throwing some things into your head where maybe you might reconsider your vote. Maybe you might think, well, actually, I don't agree with Wozza, but it's got a good point there. We had a good debate in the side chat about this actually, and it's just so many varied views that it makes for a good conversation. So, as always on my channel, I like to mix things up a bit. I like to throw a few, ideas around and put my take on things, and that's what we're going to do. So, yeah. So, first of all, let's see who we've got in the chat. So, we've got Chris Lewis first. Welcome to the chat, one of my members. Don't forget, guys, quick plug. Don't forget, if you want to support me, you can become a member and you get your name in lights. You get some little things like, for instance, at the end of this stream, or maybe tomorrow, I'm going to send every single one of my members to Sunstreaker Wozza Stash Crystals, just to be members. And then don't forget, in another month's time, all my platinum members are going to be put in for another $30 gift card. Every other month we do a $30 gift card. Righteous won the first one, and Chris Lewis won the last one. So yeah, to be in with the shout of the voucher, then yeah, become a member. Obviously, you can buy my merch. I'm still wearing it again. Obviously, it's been washed since last week. I'm not savage. But yeah, so I've got my own merch now. If you want to support me, you want to wear my merch, then yeah, go and check the shop out. But most importantly, guys, the most important thing is don't forget to subscribe. That is the most important thing you can do today is subscribe to my channel. Totally free, doesn't cost you a penny. Just hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell, and it just supports me saying that you like my content and you want to see more from me. That is literally all it is. Okay, plug over. Then we've got Matt Poley. How's it going? We've got Righteous, one of our mods and member, Jack of all trades. Fitz19. And thank you, the dude. There you go, guys. Thank you for becoming a member. I appreciate it. And yeah, if you were to subscribe and become a member, then you get your name in lights. So thank you, the dude, for becoming a member. We've got William Wilkinson, we've got Meta Bear, Dojacked, Fitz19, how's it going? The Iro DJ Hart, who is one of the content creators that has put his opinion forward on what he thinks will be in the next batch. So make sure you go and check his channel out, guys. Make sure you go and check out his guesses. It was me, Grind Time, Arrow DJ Hart, and Engineer Hoist. Yeah, me, Grind Time, Hoist, and Arrow. Yeah, go and check them guys out, guys. We've got Lord Avix. We've got Atari. Yes, I did see your message, Atari. So have a good drive home. One of my fellow side members. We've got 3043R. How's it going? Anyone else? Wheelwork. We've got Jason Rowley. How's it going? The Roly Poly Brothers. Dirk Manis, another of my members. Thanks for becoming a member. We've got Chris Harmon as well. Christopher Dorm, thanks for joining us so late. No, one of my good friends that I've not seen for quite a while, 'cause it's quite late for him. But yeah, Thanks for joining as well. We've obviously got Mike Burgett as well, and William Edmund Hackman. And we've got, it's just jumped ahead. Let's have a look. We've got my good friend Gerrit. We've got Air Elf as well. And Edge XL, Silverbot 94, Crusher 11, a couple of our mods. Thanks for joining as well. L Takashi 69. I hope I've got that right. Joseph Cirillo, Simon Hayes, Alpha Tryon, Stay Puff. How's it going? Ricky Lau, how's it going, bud? And I think we've got everyone. Chris Hammond asking, when does the video stream start? It started already, I think. And it? I hope so. Yeah. I hope so. Yeah. So yeah. So like I said, as always, guys, we'll go through the newsletter, we'll talk about this week's event, and we'll go on from there. So let's have a look at the newsletter. So, because it's Halloween, this week's event is called Trick and Treat. Of course it is. And there's some good rewards on offer for quite an easy event, really. So, yeah, I'm quite pleased about the event. So, this week, you can earn up to 10 Bag of Tricks chests, each containing basically either Kremzeeks or 5-star shards. 1,500 4-star shards, 3,000 3-star shards, 10,000 premium shards, 20 million alloy, 20 million allergen, energen, 150,000 spark, and a partridge in a pear tree. You don't get a partridge. So yes, that's this weekend. Super XP again, which is brilliant. Just 10 prestiges. So it's the normal battle zones, the normal points, and the total size of prizes are sort of spread out between obviously resources, premium shards, 3-star shards, and 4-star shards in the bag of tricks crystals. Then the bag of 6 crystals, like you said, they can contain 5 Kremzeeks of different types, or a 50% chance of 5-star shards. So yeah, a really good event. Looking forward to this weekend. The bag of tricks, bag of tricks. They're available basically in crystals as well. So if you are going to spend this weekend, I'll have my take on the bundles shortly after. But yeah, they are available in bundles as well. And yes, as I confirmed, I'm getting pretty good at this now. The upcoming bots are Blur and Runabout, as I guessed. Just saying, just saying. I did say that we'd get a Beast Wars combiner. Just saying. The only thing we're missing now is Headmasters. That's the only thing I predicted that we've not seen yet. So 2 out of 3 ain't bad, as Meatloaf said. But yeah, Blur and Runabout are coming to the game. So yeah, pretty cool. No idea about their abilities yet. But we'll find out probably in the coming week or two of play testing. We have got the new combats in testing, which is Dazzle Strike and Giza. And yes, the description is there. So as a sword, Dazzle Strike and Giza increase normal damage by a percentage. So that's standard really across all combats. And dazzles the enemy for 4, 6, 10, or 15 seconds every 20 seconds, reducing their range by 80%. Now, just by reading that, I haven't tested these combats yet, I'll be honest with you. It's been crazy busy with Titans and everything else. You've got to think that if it's there's 2 ways it can go. If it's 15 out of 20 seconds, that's crazy. If it's 20 seconds, then 15, then wait 20 seconds, then that's alright. But again, what sort of range is it? Is it just 1 or 2 defenses in range? Is it a bit wider? It all depends on the area of effect. That's the big part about it. And if your bot dies, Dazzle Strike and Giza turn into a robotic lion or bird of prey with X amount of health. And the other thing that worries me about that is the fact that we've got a lion and a bird of prey, and we all know what happened to Air Razor in the air. So the fact we've got 1 ground unit and 1 air unit isn't really fair, and that sort of needs to be carefully balanced. But we'll see how that goes. But yeah, looking forward a lot more to Blur and Runabout. Yeah, cool. So yes, as we announced earlier, we have a 5-star vote up in Discord. 1 vote for all members, and we've got another vote for the VIP members. So if you are VIP and in Discord, then make sure you go in the server and make sure you cast your vote. No matter what vote it is, guys, go and have your vote, whatever you want. That's all I can say, guys. Don't listen to anyone else. I mean, you can listen to people's opinions, you can have a discussion about it, maybe change your mind. Um, but ultimately, it's your vote. Don't waste it. And just because someone says vote for Skylinks, don't go and vote for Skylinks because someone else has told you to. If you want to vote for Skylinks because you want Skylinks, go and vote for Skylinks. If you don't want Skylinks, if you want Huffer and Huffer's had 5 votes, go and vote for Huffer. People will tell you, oh, it's a wasted vote. Yeah, but then don't be swayed and don't sort of lie to yourself. Stay true to you. Go and vote for whatever you want as a 5 star. That's all I can say. Um, and then we've got the bundle weekend, like I said, of the combat. So we've got Dazzle Strike, Shield Runner, Fangatron, Air Razor, Rat Trap, Vertebrake. The most recent combats. So not a bad combat bundle. And the crystals are Trick or Treat crystals. So we have got premium crystals discounted from 450 to 360 coins each. Now, for me, a premium crystal is half as much worth a character crystal because it's got half the odds, if not a bit less. So having more premium chips means you get more cores. So you can sort of off-weigh that in a bit. You can go, yeah, I've got double the prem, which is half the chance of getting a bot, but then I've also got more cores, so I kind of get that you might think these might be good. But it's not half the cost. Let's be honest. It's is it 500 for a character crystal normally or 400? So yeah, the cost been reduced, but I would have buy them personally. Premium chips been discounted from 225 to 180. I've never bought premium chips either. And so for the bundles this weekend, we've got a 10-point price point where we've got 20 premium crystals, 20 premium chips, spark, combat, combiner, and 3 bag of trick chests. So you've got a 50% chance of getting 5-star shards. So that's not too bad. The bag of trick chests are really good. Great addition. Can't fault them for that. The combat spark and combiner spark, can't fault them for that. But if you're after bots, don't bother with this. I mean, 20 premium crystals and 20 premium chips. With premiums, you're going to get pretty low drop rates and mostly 2 stars, guys. 3 stars if you're lucky. So personally, if you're going to buy these bundles, it's 10, 20, 40. Don't buy them because you're going to get bots. Buy them for resources. Buy them for the cores that you're going to get. Buy them for the spark and the possibility of 5-star shards. And that's what you're buying into, not bots, guys, because it's very low drop rate on these premiums. Personally, I'd rather seen half the crystals with actually character crystals of some kind. Maybe the latest bots, maybe some sort of Halloween bots, maybe like put Mind Wipe in there and Cosmos. I don't know, whatever. But yeah, I'd just rather see character crystals personally. And then we've got War Mode. So in War Mode, we are updating the Prime League effects and hard mode effects. This has been in the making for a long, long time by the playtesters. We did all the effects, and then all of a sudden, Yanis came in and was like, no, we're going to change these a bit. And we were like, oh no, we spent ages doing these. But actually, you know what? When he came in and said this is what we're going to do instead, we were all like, yeah, that's what it needs to be. That is brilliant. Absolutely 100%. I think he's hit the nail on the head with this. I really do. We've asked for a long time for counters for the likes of Goldfire, for the likes of Blade. Now, this is not going to be a permanent addition. This is going to be maybe 6 weeks because we did talk about 4 weeks to begin with, and Yannis said that it might be 4 weeks, but it might be 6 weeks, depending on. Cause obviously, 4 weeks is a quick turnaround, and it makes sense to be honest with you. Although 4 weeks would be ideal, it makes sense that every single saga we get a different lot of effects, and it alienates a certain bot. So I'll be honest with you, these effects pretty much alienate half my team. So if anyone is going to be annoyed by his effects and quite disappointed, it's me, right? No, I'm not. I totally agree with this. So we'll go for the effects first and I'll explain how it's going to affect wars. So, Prime League hard mode effects. Outpost Combiner has 50% more HP. When we tested it, there was a bug and it had like 200 HP and it was ridiculous just pounding on it. It was crazy. And we said it was too much. So, although they tested a new amount, it sounds about right. So, 50% more HP sounds like the actual HP of the Combiner. And thank you, Grind Time, for tipping. I love how Grind Time's gone, hey, sorry I'm late. Here's a tip because I'm late. It's like being in school bringing your teacher an apple in it. Sorry I'm late. Here you are, sir. But yeah, thanks, Grind Time. Thanks a lot, mate. Um, and then 20% HP and 25% DPS for all defenses. So even the likes of the MDS get a 20% HP and a 25% DPS increase. So that's quite good. 50% fire damage resistance for all buildings. So that cuts top shot by a half. So top shot's damage cut by a half. Gold fire's damage cut by a half. Anyone with fire damage, Sunstreaker, cut by a half. Anyone, not slash, Snarl, cut by a half. Megatronus, cut by a half, from what I've heard. So all these sort of fire damage is cut down by a half, basically. Um, Prime League effects. So this is on top of those. That's the hard mode effects. These are the Prime League effects without hard mode on their own. So the MDS resists 50% of ability damage. So the MDS resists 50% of ability damage, and it has 20% more HP. Then we've got MDS, Shock Towers, and Spider Mines can't be hacked. So you've got to see that MDS can't be hacked. MDS resists 50% of ability damage. MDS 20% more HP. There's so much focus on this MDS, guys, that this MDS is going to be absolutely crazy. And then on top of that as well, we've got 75% attack speed for cannons as well. And then Cybertron hard mode effects are slightly watered down. So we've got Outpost Combiner has 25% more health, 20% HP and 25 DPS for all defenses, and then 50% fire damage resistance for all buildings. So very similar, but less HP for the Combiner. So how like I said, the main thing about this is Goldfire is getting countered. He is. Goldfire is getting countered by the fire damage resistance. Now, yeah, you can still pop Outposts, but the difference is you're going to pop Outposts and you're not going to get those abilities back. So people have been using Cup a lot recently, and my point to the apes will be to counter that at some point as well. We've also countering Blades there, because he can no longer hack the MDS, the Shock Towers, or Spider Mines. He can still hack cannons that have high velocity shells. He can still hack beam lasers, launchers, mortars. There's still plenty of things he can hack, but we're limiting it by not making the most powerful thing in the game hackable. I also believe that this could lead as well to Computron. That's still up in the air. The apes are not too sure whether they want Computron to be to remove his hack, which will make him pretty much useless, let's be honest, for the next 6 weeks. But remember, guys, I've got my Computron at level 19. My Goldfire is maxed. My Blades is maxed. And I am all for this. I really am. The game needs this. We need something to make sack harder. We need something to make Blades less spammable. And yeah, I personally cannot wait. And I've said a long time that the problem is that damage to walls is irrelevant because Top Shot does so much damage. By cutting that in half, it helps that as well. So, you know, I mean, how do you guys feel about the effects? Especially if you're in Prime League. Do you like these effects? Are you looking forward to them? Are you worried that your 300 will get, you know, cut down? You'll start losing points. What do you guys think? But, so, the conversation that I've seen in Cybertron is that people have said, oh, well, I won't be at 300 anymore. I won't be able to compete in Prime League hard and things like that. And I understand that people get, you know, people get accustomed to scoring certain points. But I'll show you our last war score in a minute, and it'll give you an idea. This is not me not flexing because we beat Ark, which we did. But this is not me flexing because we beat Ark, because trust me, they beat us many, many a time. So there's no need to flex saying that we're great because they beat us the last maybe 5 times in a row. We're only just sort of getting our act together. And but it's not even about that. I can show you other ones that we've even lost as well have been ridiculously close to the point that it's just crazy. It can't continue with us. So anything that lowers war scores, we need to have it. And people go, well, I've got a team of 8 bots that I've worked towards to beat Prime League. It's not fair. Yeah, but Prime League is for the top of the top players. And I don't even see myself as a top player. I feel like I'm sort of cheating in psyops, to be honest, because I've always looked at other people in psyops and gone, "Oof, God, I could never be that level. I could never be that." And I feel like it's been easy to get in psyops because there's been so many overpowered bots that I've just happened to have. But there's a lot more people out there that have got a lot more bots than me that can switch like that, and that's the big difference, which I can't do. But in some respects, I can. So with the increase in combiner health, it's going to slow people down. It is. With a decrease on damage to walls, it's going to slow people down. With the fact that they can't hack and do loads of damage, it's going to slow people down. So it's going to be a bit more interesting. I can't see people timing out yet. I don't think it's got to that point. But yeah, it is an improvement. And don't forget the 75% attack speed for cannons as well, which will be relevant when we talk shortly. Keep that in mind. Then we've got a community corner where we've got a pretty cool drawing of Shockwave. And then a cool toy collection as well from Genji, which I love that Triptychon. I've actually still got the G1 Triptychon. It's broken though, sadly. But yeah, one of my favourite toys as a kid. Super, super cool. Always been a big fan of Titans and Combiners and anything big like that, and hence why I love Fortress Maximus. Hence why I've got him sat next to me right there, next to the computer. Literally the meter tall Fort Max, the Generations one, I think it is. So yeah, cool. Love Titans. Love Titans. So yes, we're in week 4, hour 6 of the saga, with the end of saga being a chance event for Blur or Runabout. Not Runabout, not yeah, Runabout, not Runabout, yeah, Runabout. In terms of bugs and fixes, so Ares and Tombot are now part of the the crystals now. So free crystals and characters and cream chips. They've also addressed a issue with Snapdragon where he could target the HQ and do double the damage. And he got to a point where people were soloing zone 15s with him in some instances without a golden lagoon. So yes, they've got to fix that, which is fair enough. It is what it is. And then obviously they've got loads of fixes for Titans. You may think like, oh, the playtesters maybe didn't miss that, but don't forget, guys, we would have had like a week to test the Titans, and there's so much, and that's why even now, even when they came out, and people asking me questions, I was like, I'm not sure. Because I would like to test everything and gone through it all, go through the whole tech tree, but they limited the amount of points we could have and stuff like that, and they didn't want to give us a 4-star, which I understand it. But all I'm saying is that we're testing so much around bugs and things that are wrong with them, and trying to balance them to get to a point where I didn't run numbers that I normally do and do these little things that I would normally go through. And it got to a point where all the tests were sort of asking each other questions that we've all got a different idea about and learn about. So even we're still getting to grips with it. But yeah, first impressions of Titans, I'm super pleased. I really like them. Adds a new element to the game, and hopefully they can, be prolonged long enough to make a difference and make it so that it changes the game so it's more individual, so everyone's got something different. Hopefully, and that is the newsletter. So yeah, apologies if the Google Play notice comes up. I've got a problem with Google Play, so I can still get on the account and everything, but just keep getting a notification occasionally says Google Play has stopped. That's fine. You can stop if you want to. So this is my live account. This is not the test account. This is actually my live account. So where are we up to with Titans? So my Titan is 3-star level 5. So yes, as with most people, we flamed out on the second Triptychon. So we got through to 4, but could not beat number 5. You need a maxed out Titan. Well, not well, maxed out 3 stars, so level 10, to beat it pretty much. So that's not happening soon. You can see there, I've not got Titan attacks yet. I've not got Titan passive effects yet. But we'll talk about that a bit more as well. So, talking about the tech tree, so what have I invested in up to now? So, until the Titan perks, I've upgraded the Titan resource attack just to get through bases a bit faster. I was finding it was getting stuck on a couple of defenses sometimes and losing attacks. So, I've done that just so it gets through a bit faster. But yeah, there's some bases even still get stuck on now. But yeah, the Titan combiner attack, it's very situational. You don't often the other combiner isn't out for too long, and don't really tight. By the time people usually drop it, it's quite early in the match, so I don't really see me using that at all. The passive ability and the Titan attack, they might get open soon. I'm gonna open one per week, I think. Um, Maybe we'll see how much my Titan lives and dies. But right now, the 3 star isn't making a huge difference. I think they might at level 10 they might start making a difference. But right now, I don't need these right now. They're not making a huge amount of difference. In terms of attack perks, so we've upgraded our minions, like I said I would, I'm not lying to you guys. My minions got upgraded and gunner ability damage. Now for me, this is a huge part of this. This is a huge part. The fact that gunner ability damage is getting increased and the fact that we have Sea Spray in the game, which is one of the most powerful bots in the game. I'd say he's top 5 most powerful bots in the game right now. And to give him an ability increase of 3% per level is crazy, ridiculous. So 3 more points signed, and then we can upgrade this as well to level 2, which is happening to give him a 6% increase because I love Sea Spray right now. And then if we just scroll ahead, so I've talked about some of these things we're going to look at, but we're going to look at something a minute, something I wanted to talk about. So we're going to do, obviously, going to do gunner health, a lot of focus on gunners. And then you've got gunner attack as well. And don't forget, that's a 10% increase in DPS. The air class is 3%. Gunner attacks, 10% increase on DPS, which is crazy. You've also got gunner range, so 5% per level. That's absolutely ridiculous. So gunner attack, gunner range, gunner health, gunner ability damage, absolutely crazy, and it's 5% range as well. Yeah, air class ability damage is only 3%. But yeah, gunners are definitely getting a buff here. Gunners are getting a buff in the tech tree. Then we've got defense perks. So cannon attack. Why cannons, I hear you ask? I'm pretty sure we just said that in the Prime League buffs, cannons are getting a 75% increase in damage or in speed of shots. So giving the cannons more attack means they do more damage and a lot quicker as well. Increase the MDS ability damage resistance even more so. So another 4% on top of the 50% damage. It's 54% damage resistance. They're going to be so hard to take out. Then we've done increased shielding. And what I've done is I put my MDS next to my shield. So my shield now gives an extra 8% protection. So basically, my MDS ain't getting taken out anytime soon. My MDS are going to sit there until the end of the battle, until your bots walk up to them and pretty much take them out with their basic attacks. There's very little that any bot's going to do. So, increased shielding, increased MDS, increased cannons. We've updated our minions, updated our gunners. So people will say like, well, okay, Wozza. So you've dropped Jetfire, which means he can't one shot because the MDS is so high. HP now. You're gonna drop Blades because Blades has got he can't hack the shock towers, he can't hack the thing, but you can still use him for mortars, you can still use him for cannons, it's still viable. You've got Trax there as well, it is an air class bot. Great bot Trax, one of the most if not the most overpowered 4-star in the game. So why am I considering dropping Jets? And there's only one reason for that, and I will show you this. And I talked about this before. Anti-air plasma cannon. So as your jets are in the air, I believe, Increased plasma cannon damage against airborne targets. This is not air class targets, it's airborne targets. So if you put the MDS even 2/3 up your base and cover the top section, they'll increase the damage by 20% per level. 20%, 40%, 60%. I think it's up to 4. I think it was 60 or 80% more damage to airborne targets. That is going to slice them in half if you have plasma cannon on. That is going to kill jets. So the fact that, you know, the apes are trying to do away with jets, so a bit of, give them a bit of a nerf in a way by making them take more damage and not have as much ability increase and health increase as gunners, means that gunners are getting a buff pretty much. Gunners are, coming back into the meta. Gunners are coming back with a passion. And so that's why I've been saying for so long to vote for Hound, vote for Gunners. And I've actually changed one of my minds. I was going to vote for Double Dealer. And I was like, no, I'm going to stick to Gunners. I'm going to vote for Gunners because Hound, 6-gun, both really good bots, incredible damage. And I think 6-gun will get a fix so he's not as ranged if he was voted as a 5-star bot. And yeah, Gunners are coming back with a vengeance. So I want to switch out my air class bots for Gunners. I'm not a big Warpath fan. I'm not a big Sunstreaker fan. I've already got Prowl. He lacks a bit of range. We've got Sea Spray, who's amazing. After that, what Gunners have we got? Jazz. He can't one-shot in the current meta. So we need some good gunners, guys. We need some good gunners in this batch. Now, we're not going to vote for it through the community choice. I'm going to put forward to the apes that we need a gunner at least in there. So what gunner are they going to choose? There's not that many gunners left. You've got Smokescreen as well, I suppose. He's a good gunner. Yeah, fair enough. But we need a decent gunner. And who's the best 4-star gunner in the game? You're talking likes, that's not a 5-star already. You're talking likes of Mirage. You're talking likes of Hound. Those sort of gunners. Will Dust Up go in there and get a fix? Maybe not. I can see Silballs in the chat saying, oh, I'm not a fan of gunners. You're not now because gunners aren't as good as jets. But when gunners overtake jets in terms of damage, you will be a fan of gunners because you'll be like, yeah, I'm not a fan of air class. I was a fan of air class for a long time. I didn't like jets for a long time. If anyone knows Will Superion, who's in Legend Ops, go and ask him about me with jets. He laughs about it even now to this day, that in fact I hated jets for a long time. I was like, I don't see the point in jets. Too low health, not good enough. Yeah, and I was massively in fan of gunners until the likes of Blades came out and Jetfire in that batch, and I pulled both, and then the first air class 5-stars I got, and then I started leveling tracks as well. So, air class bots have been massive in the meta right now, but gunners are definitely coming back with a vengeance, definitely, and I think gunners are going to be a massive part of the meta. So. Another part of the meta that we talked about a while ago, you might have seen my video or stream about the new meta, which was the likes of Bumblebee, the likes of Chromia. Now, what you got to think of as well is that eventually, I think they'll bring out anti-hack build bots in some way. I think they'll do more with build bots as well. I don't know what that is. Maybe it's something to do with Goldfire. I don't know. It's just a personal opinion. I think they'll do more with build bots. So as they add more build bots in there, you've got to think, right, okay, they're creating counters for pretty much everything now. So what are going to be the most used cores and what are going to be the least used cores? So the most used cores are going to be anti-hack build bots. They're going to be the healing build bots, even the force field disruptors. Which leaves one left that no one uses, and that's the anti-EMP. Does anyone here use the EMP cores on their build bots? It's the one core that I probably never used. I've got G metals and golds all at level 1. I'm pretty sure. I'll double check now actually, just to prove a point. I've just said that on a whim. I was always going to talk about this, but let's have a look how many we've got. So build bot cores. Where's build bot cores? Nope, I'm under bot core, that's why. Try again. That's why I can't find them. Buildbot cores. So look, we've got Force Field Disruptor, we've got Healing Buildbots, Force Field Disruptor. Oh, I lie. I've got one EMP at level 30. I think that's the first one I ever got actually. And then after that, you can see my EMPs are all level 1. I think that's yeah. I think that's when they first come out, and they're the first two that I got. I'm actually leveled to try and stop Star Saber. I never used them since. But yeah, so you got to think that if no one's using these EMP buildbot cores, then take advantage of that. You know, whatever the meta is, there's always something left behind, and it opens the door for something else. And so, if no one's going to be using these EMP cores, it leaves it open to EMP. And you're talking the likes of Bumblebee and the likes of Chromia. We saw this coming. You know, they're the sort of bots that won't have a counter because no one's considering them. I mean, yeah, eventually someone will probably counter them because like, well, everyone is using that, and then people start to counter Bumblebee and Chromia, and you go, right, I can use Blades again. So the question is, would you rather them use Blades, or what? Would you rather them use Bumblebee? And I know most people will say like, well, I'd actually rather them use Bumblebee than actually Blades because Blades is crazy; it kills your own base. So it leaves it open to a new lot of bots, likes of Mirage. So maybe we'll see Mirage as a 5-star. Maybe we will. You know, these sort of EMP bots, I think, will come back into the meta a lot more. And I'm quite excited. And that's why another good reason for voting them sort of bots. Again, for voting Gunners for the likes of, you know, for the likes of Mirage even. And you got to think as well that these are original G1 bots as well. The likes of Hound, the likes of Mirage. So, you know, really good bots have as 5-stars. But I still think there'll be a gunner in there. Don't forget, guys, that no matter what we vote, we decide two. And then the other three will be voted by the apes, or picked by the apes. And so they'll take our votes into consideration. I'm sure they've got a few ideas already. But, you know, we could still see these bots in there. So just because, you know, you vote for this batch, whatever, this bot, it doesn't mean it won't come in there still. I see Mike Berg's asked about Silverbolt as well. Yeah, I think Silverbolt was massively part of the meta as well. The only thing about Silverbolt is obviously healing core. That's a bit of a problem, isn't it? Yeah, depending how far away it is, Silverbolt. But yeah, I think that a lot of EMP bots will come into the meta. I really do. So yeah, that's what I'm going to do in terms of tech tree, and then next week as we get more points, like I said, we're definitely gonna. I think I want to progress to medic health. I think, but I think next week, I do want to upgrade maybe the Titan attack or the passive ability. Maybe the passive ability, I think maybe. Do want to increase them. We'll look at increasing cannons again, and the reason why I increase cannons again is simply because they're part of the meta because of the Prime League effects. When the Prime League effects change in 6 weeks, I'll probably concentrate on something else. It might be laser turret, it might be missile launchers, and we'll increase them and change it again. Yeah, and you've got to sort of keep whatever the meta will be. I might even do outpost attacks, seeing they got a buff as well. So probably cannon attack, outpost attack. I can't do the Titan. That means I can't do all of it. Gun ability damage probably. Minion health, maybe minion attack. I think so. Like that's what I'll probably do next week. I use a lot of minions with blaster and things like that. And then obviously I use sea spray to great effect, and that's the reason that I'm gonna be doing that. And that's the reason why I'm investing in sea spray so much. That is absolutely. I honestly think that when we get these counters for blades, we've got counters for tracks, we've got counters for Goldfire, and I think this will carry on in some way. I don't think the game can carry on even past these hard mode effects. I think there needs to be some sort of counter for them. And I think Sea Spray will honestly become one of the best 5-stars in the game. He's already top maybe 5, top 10 already, and I think he'll become probably the best 5-star in the game. I'll go out on a limb about that. Don't forget, I did say that we see a Beast Wars Combiner, and we are seeing a Beast Wars Combiner. I did say Blur becoming this month, and we're seeing Blur this month. So, you know, I'm pretty good at this by now. I can predict a lot of things. And, yeah, I think Sea-Spray will be one of the most desirable, one of the best bots in the game when people realise what it can do and how much ability damage it's going to be doing when you upgrade that part of the tech tree. So, yeah, guys, if you've got a 5-star gunner, then put some effort into them, get them leveled, and get that tech tree gunner ability upgraded. Yes. Right, okay, we're now going to look at the votes for the 5-star poll. So if you're Discord, this will be familiar. So everyone's been voting for what they want as the next 5-star. So like I said, everyone sort of gets one vote. It's a general vote, and then the VIPs get another vote, and the apes will decide the other three. So as you can see, that Skylinks is running away with it. I voted for Hound. I'm still gonna stick with Hound. It's what I want. He's not gonna win now. Let's be honest. I could get every single person that watches this stream to change their mind. It's not gonna fix it. We're gonna stick with what we stick with. Um, but yeah, Skylinks and Blitzwing absolutely running away with it. With a close-ish second of Slash. So the reason that I've give for not voting for Skylinks and why I wouldn't want Skylinks as a 5-star is the 4-star already does enough in terms of damage, really. But I find that Skylinks runs off far too quickly and dies. He's a bit like Bumblebee. You've got to be very careful in how you manage him. Very careful. Whenever I'm in the battle, I've got to know where Bumblebee is at any point because he's so quick. I've even said to the apes, can we get a core that slows him down? I've tried giving him range combats, I've tried different things to try and slow him down. It doesn't work. He just runs off. That's probably most scouts. They don't have the health that they can, you know, they can cope with taking that extra damage. They haven't got the health to cope with it. So, Skylinks hasn't got that health, so I'm not a big fan. Slash, I don't see her as a warbot. She's brilliant for leveling. My Slash is 64-9. And the only reason she hasn't got 10 is because I don't have Spike for all my war team, take them to 10 or 11. So I'm trying to save it. But she gets 10 in a heartbeat with Megatronus. She's great for leveling. Could do zone 13 solo 100% of the time, pretty much. Zone 14 with 2 bots, depending on the layout. But I can solo a lot of bases with her, and she is really good for leveling. I just don't see her as a war bot. She's quite expensive. Her pathing's an absolute nightmare. I mean, anyone that uses Slash knows that it's crazy to control her. You'll think she's going one way, and all of a sudden it runs off. You're like, no, no, not. I'm a big fan of Slash, but not in terms of wars. But I understand that everyone thinks of wars. Other people will think of bots that are easy to solo for points. So I understand that. But I will give props to people that people have not voted this time for a combiner bot. I've said that a long time that I'm not bothered what everyone votes for. The only one thing that really frustrates me is when people vote for Snarl because it'll complete their combiner. I'm like, well, you do realise that the chance of getting a 5-star is every 3 months. So you could be waiting a year for this bot free to play if you're lucky. And then and then you could get the 4-star if you just bought a small bundle. It like that. So why waste a 5-star on a bot that you don't really want just for a combiner piece? I don't get it. That's the one thing I've never understood. But the fact that we've got Skylink, Slash, and Tigerhawk, or Blitzwing, Rippersnapper, and Waspinator in first, second, and third means that people are taking this a bit more serious and not just thinking about combiners. You know. But yeah, not a big fan of Skylinks and it's not a big fan of Slash for those reasons. I mean, other bots that are in there, Tigerhawk and Waspinator, I think that they're too similar to Swoop, really. So I wouldn't want another bot. If I've got a Swoop, then maybe not. Inferno and Rodimus Unicronus, I don't think it's a bad vote. I think I can see that viable actually. I think I can see that using, working quite well. And number one, Air Raid and Slipstream's got quite a few votes as well. I mean, nothing like Skylinks. Obviously, Skylinks got 775 votes. He's running away with it, pretty much. But I like the fact that people are voting for like sort of Air Raid and for bots like that. Lash has put that they voted for Power Glide because they want it to be the new meta. Yeah, that's another bot that I would like, to be upgraded and improved. So that's a good reason for voting for it if you want a certain bot to be improved. So I kind of get that. I think as a 5-star, if he was changed the way he does his ability completely, I'd just rework him personally. I'd like to rework him, utterly completely change him. But yeah, I think it could be really good. And then the VIP poll. So this is a different set of bots completely. These are a bit more modern bots, a bit more recent. And at the minute, it's quite a close race actually. We've got Red Alert and Run Amok in first place with 314. In second place that I voted for, we've got Six Gun and Trigger Happy with 251. And then in third place, we've got Strafe and Thrust with 236 votes. So only about 80 votes between first and third. Um, but yeah, you know what? Red Alert and Venomuk, I can see the appeal. I can see the damage reduction and the anti-stun. I can see why people would vote for that. I have no problem with that. If I got a 5-star Red Alert and Venomuk, I'd be quite happy with that. So I can see that. That's fair enough. I voted for Six Gun Trigger Happy. Absolutely incredible damage, and like I said, just the fact that gunners are coming back into the meta. So yeah, I can see that working. And then Strafe and Thrust, I can see them doing well as well. The only problem with them is that they get stuck in walls. But it's a poor man Sentius, so I can see why people voted for that. So I think out of the VIP picks, no matter who wins there, I'd be quite happy. I'd be like, yeah, I'd pick them as a 5-star. But Skylinks, I don't know. I see that as a swoop personally. I see Skylinks as something the community's asked for and go, yeah, we want this bot, and then the other ones come in and they'll get upgraded maybe, and then like swoop, people will like, no, I don't want that bot. I want everyone else that I didn't want before, and we'll see. But I can't see if Skylinks gets in there. I can't see Double Deal being in there. They won't put two triple change in, which is such a shame because the reason I chose Double Dealer is that I thought it needed fixing. He needs an improvement because he is the worst triple changer in the game. I would have liked to make him from the worst into the best because that's what happens basically. When they get chosen for a 5-star, they get really improved. And I think Double Deal is a bit of a cult favorite, a bit of a cult classic. And I have a bit of a soft spot for him because one of my first toys I had. So I really like Double Dealer. So it's a bit of a shame how poor he came out. I think it was a massive injustice to him how he came out. So I would have liked to see him in this batch to give him that upgrade and give him that improvement. But I understand people have voted for Skylinks, and I get it, and it looks like it's going to win. So we won't see Double Dealer. So yeah, my pick of Double Dealer is gone, definitely. I picked Skydive last time because it's on the China server. I can't see the picking Skydive either. I really can't because it's such a move away from jets now with the current meta. I don't think we'll see any jets. I thought it would. I don't think we will at all. So it's all a bit up in the air, really, to be honest with you. For the first time, I'm a bit lost in what we're going to see as a 5-star, but quite excited at the same time, but then quite nervous as well. Because there's so many bots in that voting that I wouldn't want. I wouldn't want a 5-star slash for my war team because whoever I pick is from a war team. I don't pick bots for leveling or that really. I pick bots to be a war team, and I wouldn't pick slash, and I wouldn't pick Skylinks. So you know. Sharks has put Waspinator as an interesting choice. If we didn't have Swoop, I'd agree with you. Because he's actually stronger than Swoop. But not with Swoop. Not a big chance. Um, Last has put, given the range of Sailbot makes ability like Warpath. Yeah, I actually agree with that. That's what I was thinking. Dropping bombs all on the way to where he's landing. But wish it is a line, not in a curve, like Jetfire's ability 11. And I've noticed someone in the chat earlier was like, "Oh no, Jetfire ability 11's ruined." There's a reason, guys. There is a reason why. I do everything for a reason. There is a reason that I haven't upgraded Jetfire to ability 11. The fact that it's too random, the fact that the increase is not enough. I did say this. There's reasons that I pick these things. And I see Grand Time saying, just check out my picks. I know you've got at least a couple right, I think, already, by the looks of things. But yeah, go and check out Grind Time's scorecard, guys. And it will sort of give you an idea on what everyone's picked. But I'm pretty sure Grind Time might be leading right now, I think. But yeah. Some more questions in the chat. Zab Reaper has put, do you think the game is balanced now that Titans are released? No. The game's still not balanced. The game's still not fixed. And as I sort of mentioned earlier, so Oz 1, Psyops, War History. This is the sort of wars that we're seeing. You know, 40 points dropped to 55. That's ridiculously good. Ridiculous that, granted, I won't show, but one of them was me, not gonna lie. Scorched Earth, 11,895 versus 11,925. 75 versus 105 dropped out of 40 people. You know, this is quite a bad score for us. 11,395 versus 11,565. These sort of scores, they're just getting more and more. These sort of scores, when it gets to this point where we're getting almost perfect scores, we need to sort of consider that and think, you know, the game's not balanced at all. When 40 people can score perfect scores, you know, 300 needs to be an achievement, not a standard. We shouldn't be expecting perfection as a standard. Perfection should be something that you want to achieve. And the big thing that we're saying, the big saying is that hard mode needs to be hard, and that is definitely the case. And Titans, have not balanced the game. They're not here to balance the game. They're not here to make the game harder or easier or anything. They're just here for a new feature in the game to invest in to keep you interested. And that's not just my opinion. That's come straight from the apes. That is what they're intended for. So yeah. What else have we done this week? I think that's it with Titans. I think, yeah. Yeah. 3-star level 5, like I said, doing quite well. Gets me to node number 9. Trying to get 40,000 spark together. I think I might get that next week. Going through all the 9 nodes. Maybe not. I can't think. I think I get about 20 odd thousand, 30,000 a week. So maybe not, but that's upgraded. But yeah. You can also see as well 207 crystals available. So I've been stashing these for a long time. We've got a lot of free crystals. I've kept my 10 chips, my 2 G metals, and we've also got 203 Prem crystals. We've also got 3 4-star crystals waiting as well. We're also at level 90, going to 91 in 2 days' time because we've got some people in the lab, and we'll have another 5,000 4-star shards. So we'll have 5 4-star crystals. And those that are eagle-eyed, we'll see. I've started saving these for a while now because eventually we're going to get some new cores out. They have sort of confirmed that, the apes, and that should be coming out in a month or two. But I'm going to keep saving till then and try and get some of the new cores in gold or even G metal. But once I pull all these, I will have roughly 6 4-star crystals, which works out at 180, 360, 540, 1080 shards, which leaves me 40 shards short. So all I need really is 40 shards for this weekend's trick or treat crystals, and I'll have a 5-star pull. And the big question then, as we always talk about when it gets this sort of time, is am I going to pull the new batch? I don't know. I really don't want a 5-star Skylinks. Now, if the other 4-star bots in that batch are absolutely amazing, if there is at least one gunner in there, and then, I don't know, let's talk about, I mean, we could be here all night saying like who we would and who we won't want. But who would I, if these bots were in that batch, so yeah, if a 5-star Trax is in there, yep, I'd go for it. 5-star Star Saber? I don't know. This is what baffles me. Like, I'm not too sure I'd want a 5-star Star Saber. I don't think it'd be that powerful. But the apes still choose to leave him out, which is baffling. Sentis Magnus, I think I prefer Laser Optimus. I've got him a guaranteed pull. Jetfire already is. Chromia, a 5-star would be alright. Yeah, I'd be happy with a 5-star Chrome, but I don't think it'd be much different than the 4-star. Yeah, a Red Alert pretty good. 6 Gun were pretty good. Dinobot be pretty good. I'd like to see him fixed. I could really see them actually using Dinobot and putting him in. I could see them using a Beast Wars bot. We've already got Primal. We've already got Rhinox. Optimal is too new. We've already got Cheetor. Who's left out of Beast Wars? I don't think there's anyone else left. I wish we would have thought of this within my picks. Collection. Let's have a look. Where's Maximals? Yeah, Tiger Hawk or Dinobot, basically. That's all that's left. But I could just see him using Dinobot. I could really see a 5-star Dinobot. I hope it's not Tiger Hawk. If that's the case, that's two bots that I won't want. It's another air bot. I wouldn't want Skylinks. I wouldn't want Tiger Hawk, and that's going to really put me off going for that batch. But it really does need a warrior in there, and I think Dinobot, considering we've had a year of Beast Wars, considering he does need a bit of a fix, considering he is decent. Other than that, I think there's some good reasons why we might see a 5-star Dinobot. I really do. But yeah, Waspinator has sort of ruined it for me. But an Optimal Optimus is far too new. So let's say I didn't go for the new batch when it comes out. That's the big thing. So we've got a guaranteed. So we've got Impact to our Swoop, but I'm not a big fan of Swoop. So 1 in 2 chance. I'm not going to bother with that. We've got a guaranteed Laser Optimus, which is a very good bot. We could use that. Hotspot. First aid, yes, but I've got 2 healers now. Don't really need them. So I don't think I'll ever touch this batch again. So I think 6 is done. 5, I'd like RC, but that's it. 1 in 4. I don't think I'll ever touch this batch. Batch 3, I don't think I'll ever touch that. I want Springer, but again, too low a chance. But the big question for me is, do I try 1 in 3 for Optimus? It's only 1 in 3. It's not a disaster amount of odds. Because if I do pull Optimus, I'm done with this batch forever. I don't want Drift and Windblade. Done, done, done. But I do want this 5-star Optimus, so do I go for 2? And then, as everyone said in 1, we like Hot Rod, we like Silverbolt, and we like Noah. So, we could use one of those 3. We could do. But I don't know. I don't know. I'm still undecided if one. But my big question is, do I try for Optimus Prime? Do I go for Laser Optimus? Or do I go for the new batch, depending on who's in it? And it does all depend on basically on who the apes choose, because I can see it being Red Alert, and which I will gladly take, and I can see it being Skylink, who I don't want. So I've got then all of a sudden 1 out of 2 that I don't want. It needs to be another. If there's another one that I don't want, it'll put me off because it's 3 in 2 chance. It really will. And people say to me like, "How are you so lucky with your pulls? And how do you always get the ones you want?" So you've got to play the odds. That's how you've got to play the game. You've got to play the odds. So when I pulled from batch 2, there was only batch 1 and batch 2. So I wasn't a fan of any of these. I didn't really want any of these at the time. Silverbolt wasn't that good actually at the time. Don't forget Silverbolt had a massive buff. But when I wanted this batch, I wanted Wheeljack, I wanted Optimus Prime. They're actually the 2 that I wanted. And maybe even Drift. They're actually the 3 that I wanted out of this batch. The 2 that I did want, the one that I did not want was Skyburst. And I pulled Skyburst and was utterly disappointed. And then batch 3 came out. I got another 5-star pull. I actually wanted Firefly, or I wanted Jazz. Actually, out of this batch, Firefly or Jazz. And got Cheetor and was utterly disappointed because he was absolutely awful. Then Cheetor got a buff. So I was actually unlucky in my first 2 pulls. And then remember batch 4? Elita and Ratchet were the last 2 pulls. I think Blaster was my second. I think Prowl was my first pull. Then Blaster. No, Prowl, then Sludge, then Blaster. Then Ratchet, then Elita. So I've sort of built up. So I was even quite unlucky in batch 4. It's only when I pulled batch 6 that I pulled Sandstorm first and then Goldfire. So quite lucky. But let's be honest, in batch 7, people are like, "Oh, you were so lucky." But you can't go wrong if you pull all the batch. Let's be honest, because my first pull was Jetfire, second Blades, third Smokescreen, fourth Rhinox, chasing Laser Optimus every time. So, I've actually been quite unlucky, really, think about it. That Laser Optimus was actually my first choice when I first set about this batch. So, considering that, I've actually been quite unlucky. It's just that lucky that this is such a good batch. you know. And of the latest batch, I wanted Rook, and the first one I pulled was Sea Spray, and I wasn't disappointed. But wanted Rook. Second one I pulled was Bumblebee, but I wanted Rook, and third one was Rook. So with 3 pulls, if I would have pulled Rook second time round, I might not have gone for Bumblebee, you know. But So I haven't been that lucky, but I have played the odds. You've got to look at a batch, guys, and go, right, okay, how many bots in this batch do I actually want? If there's only one bot in that batch you want, move on. Move on to another batch, go somewhere else. So go look at your batches now. Before you make a 5-star poll, go look at your batches and think, how many bots in that batch do I actually want? If the answer's 3 out of 5, pull, you've got a good chance there. You've got a 3 out of 5 chance, a 60% chance of getting one that you want. If it's 4 out of 5, then you're sorted. 5 out of 5, yeah, fine. Anything 3 or over. If it's 2 out of 5, you're taking a chance. You are. It's less than half a chance. So chances are you're going to get a bad bot. So, yeah, look at the batches and try and find a batch where there's at least 3 bots that you'd be happy with. Once you get, once you pull from that batch, and then you see one or two things going to happen. Either it's a 3 out of 5 chance, and you got a good chance, and then you pull one of them, and it's a 50-50 chance, the next one, which is still alright, 50-50. But if you do pull one of the poor ones out of those 3 for 5, next time you pull from that, you got a 3 out of 4 chance. So you pretty much guarantee the next time around. You're gonna be very, very unlucky to pull the 2 bots you don't want. And even when you do that, just keep pulling that batch and you've got them. So once you get a batch where there's 3 bots in that batch that you want, that's you pretty much done. You can keep pulling from that batch and you'll be happy. And if you get all 3 that you want, like I did with the current batch, then yeah, you have been lucky. Might take you 3 pulls to get the one you want. But yeah, I got the 3 that I would want out of that batch. Just the one I actually wanted was the last one. But still, I got all 3. So yeah, kind of lucky a bit in like these pulls. But yeah, that's the way I play the odds, guys. Just play the odds. Don't buy prem crystals. Buy character crystals. Things like that. Invest in events where you get some good rewards. And that's what I do. I play the odds. Um, let's have a look. Blue Grimlock's put, if Gunnar's become the meta, thoughts on Jazz versus Prowl? I've got Jazz. I thought about leveling him and then decided against it. His range is just too short. I'd have to take top heavy off and put something like Flak on, I think, instead. But he's not have enough power like Jets do. I've actually just pulled his G Metal Core last weekend, but I don't think it'll get used. I think even when maxed out, it won't do as much as Jets do, so it'll fall short, especially the upgraded HP. I think one shots are really going to struggle. I really do. Action World put scores is great in an outpost. Yeah, great in outpost. Just I'm happy with my outpost bots the way they are, so I'm fine with that. Rescue's gutted that they pulled Smoke It. Smoke's actually pretty good. The only thing I don't like about Smoke It is his range. You're stuck with it. You can't really change it. And 2, um, just the fact that he passed different because of his range, basically. He passed different than the rest of them. Oh, and his health as well. So he has got his negatives, but I think that's what it should be. You should have some bots that are super powerful, especially with this meta, where you've got combiners with extra health. That is going to be massively useful. You just got to be careful that it doesn't get killed quite quickly. One bad lightning bolt from Omega or something like that, or from from a combiner or something hitting him or a Titan, then he's toast. So you got to be careful with him. Risky wanted it all good. Yeah, we did talk about this. Yeah, yeah. Risky just didn't want any gunners and got another gunner, which is disappointing when you get the sort of same classes all the time. So yeah, I understand that. Yeah. Air Elf, I'm cancelling all batches and have 15,000 shards. I think you mean that he got all the batches. I think he's got all the bots. He's got 15,000 shards pulled for the next one. Nice. Yeah, Risky grind times put Smoke is brilliant if you can get him to ability 11. Smoke's got ability 11? Is it? No, no, he hasn't. I thought not. I was like, did I miss that? I don't know why you put ability 11 on Smoke screen. What is ability 11? I'd love to know. Maybe grind time knows something I don't. But Risky's put every batch has a bot you just don't want. Yeah, I get that. But again, it's playing the odds. If you got one bot out of 5 you don't want, you've got a good chance. It's like a casino, you play the odds. That's the thing, Wozza, that makes it so L8 to 7 are the most that have the best odds. Yeah. Batches at 8 and 7, I think it means, yeah. So why would a new player pick any batch otherwise? Yeah, you got to pick the batches with the best odds. That's why, the latest ones are the best. It is, you know. Oh, Grind Time talking about Swoop and Scourge ability 11. Yeah, yeah, I do agree that Swoop and Scourge ability 11 is crazy good. That is true. Yeah, yeah, fair play. Yeah, not small screen. So, there is a bit of a bug in the system right now where we can do some Zen farming with our Titans. So, I haven't done any Zen farming this week actually. I've been super busy with work and with Titans, and I've maxed out my Titan XP. As you can see there. So 13 points gained. I think is that right? No, I think 12 in it. I'm sure it's 12. But yeah, 12 points gained for this week. 6 this week, 6 last week, I think. But yeah, anyway, we maxed it all out. We're currently in a war against the Horde, which we've got to sort of take a bit seriously. If you know the Horde, they are crafty, sneaky, sneaky. So gotta be careful, make sure they don't snip us at the end. But yeah, a bit of Zen farming. So as people know that I do a lot of Zen farming on my streams and try and give people a few tips, things like that. So we're going to do a bit of Zen farming with our Titan. I've not even tried this yet, but I'm told that a Titan can do Zone 13 quite consistently, especially with another bot. So we're gonna give it a go. So from what I've been told is the Titan can almost beat the HQ, but not always. So we're going to give you a bit of advice on what to do. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to load up my team with bots with long range. So we've got Silver Bolt, absolutely incredible range. 4-star Jetfire. I'm not taking a 5-star because I know a 5-star can solo. I know it can. But bots with crazy range. Warpath, great range. Um, Snapdragon, great range. Windblade, great range. Who else? Hound even got good range. Who else? No. Smokescreen can't target the HQ, so no. None of those have good range. Power Glide even has good range. Maybe not leveled enough. Maybe we need to level a bit more. But yeah. And then we've got 3-star cup as well. So all we're going to do now, we're not going to take a combiner. We're going to go in with our Titan. Don't forget, this will be closed probably by next week or week after. So get these attempts in while you can and get them most, Zen possible. So all we're going to do, we're going to take our Titan in first. Probably going to wait the first attack and see if we can take Zone 13 down. And try and judge how much damage we are short. Going Zone 13. Oh, that's resources. Let's try again. Lucky you noticed then. We did ask if we could have Titans stay there permanently, but they did say that it was unintentional and they are going to change it. So eventually going to go from elimination mode. So make the most of it while you can. And Grand Times put, yeah, but the Titan won't attack until you launch a bot. Yeah, but I can drop whatever bot down, can't I? I could put rubbish bot down. Didn't think of that, but yeah, I'm not going to lie. So yeah, we picked Steelboat, we picked Jetfire, didn't win. We picked Warpath, and we picked Windblade, and we picked Snapdragon, and we picked range, range, range. Hound's got good range as well. Range, 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 range. And then we'll take 4-star Goldfire as well. We could drop Power Glide if needs be. Zone 13. So Risky is put, bring a combiner, have a good battle boost. Yes, battle boost does help. One bot, spam the HQ with a 2-star Titan ability. Well, I've got a 3-star, so yeah. Right through Uranus. What a name. Do you think the Des will bring in Black Zarak? Who knows? Who knows? So what we're gonna do is we're gonna drop Hound. So Hound's only gonna do this. Then we're going to do that. Then we're going to do that. And we're going to go again. Drop the boost. Ah, I've remembered you can't target the HQ disability. Ah, look. Not happening. I wonder if we, I think we're going to run out of time here, I think. Hmm. I wonder if the Titan will target the HQ eventually just because it has nothing else to target. Hmm. Interesting. Interesting. Okay. Plan B. So, let's go into Titan Lab. My bad. I forgot that you used to be able to target the HQ with that ability, and then they changed it. Confirm. Set rockets. Let's go back in again. Something else with range. Who has range? Oh, we've got Elita. You can see I'm picking my highest bots. I'm picking my lower down bots as well. I'm not gonna pick my bots that can solo because while we've got the Titan, we can hit the zone regardless with those bots. We always can. So let's save that while we for the better bots. Let's try it with the poor bots because listen, everyone knows that you can do it with those bots. So we're not teaching anyone anything different. But this is interesting. They put the thing on the other side. So let's drop Power Glide on this side. Let's see if we can do it with Power Glide then. So all we're gonna do is try and get Power Glide in range. Aiming at the base of the HQ, I'm told. This ain't going down, is it? We need something a bit more powerful to hit the HQ, I think. I think we need something that can reach the HQ rather than just target it. I think a high level jet would do, but let's be honest, that my power glide at level 50 or something, so not enough. I think it was out about 3,000 damage, I think it was. Yeah, I think we're about a couple abilities off, so yeah. Try and get the camera back on again. Let's try something in a minute. Let's try again. Okay. And there we go, back. Okay. So let's try again, a bit more powerful bot. Because we did use Power Glide then, and Power Glide is very weak. So we're going to try it with a bit of Warpath. Last time I did it, it worked with Warpath. Now, Warpath, Um, let's try and give him a bit of a. Have we got a gold volatile mixture anywhere? Leveled up? Yeah, but we're gonna level one just for that. So, I mean, 8.5%. I mean, if we do it with this guy, I mean, just 1,600 damage per hit. So, we'll see. We'll try it with Warpath. Again, we're just sort of testing, seeing, seeing where we can push the boundaries to. IMCFC has put new or effect human being. People complain about SAC, but 50% fire reduction is targeted at RJ. It won't really hurt SAC itself. Or Ramjet or yeah, I agree with that actually. Yeah, SAC will be Goldfire is the most powerful bot, let's be honest. So well away, but so we have got a lower HQ this time. So we're gonna put someone a bit lower, I think actually. Um we'll put 5-star 3-star elite one instead. Let's try and keep it fair. No point in putting a Warpath on a lower HQ. So there we go. She does a bit of damage. We'll do one more on the HQ. This is a 3-star elite, don't forget, guys. 3-star elite level 50, I think. So it looks like it loads every 25 seconds, so yeah, we'll easily do this now. Easy. So there you go. So that's a 3-star elite at level 50. So she did, don't forget she did hit it twice and do DPS, so you can't really consider that and how much damage she did. But yeah, 51. Oh, I lied. 51. David Muscat says, "Put, can you please give Lisa Hartle a shout out?" There you go. You got one. So let's have a look. Elimination mode. We want one of those HQ 15s, don't we? I think it's 15 anyway. Let's put a lower down bot. Let's have a look at another bot that's lower down that has range. After breaker even. Good range. Apologies if it disappeared then. That was strange. The OBS disconnected. But we're back, I think. A bot that can target from a while away that's maybe skydive, but then it depends on build bots. We'll take skydive with us. I want to try and work out how much damage you need to do to the higher HQs in this zone for your Titan, to take it out. That's what we need to know. The magic number. This is basically what we're doing testing. We have to work out the magic number, whatever that is. We're going to lower HQ again. So we can take Afterbreaker. Pop all the outposts like you do. And he's dead already. That did 1,300 damage it did. 651 that time. So I only hit only one hit. Let's try and hit a bit, aim for that red bit there. See if that makes a difference. Yeah, hit it twice there. Aim for that red bit. If you're an Autobot, then if you're a Decepticon, then I know what you're going to aim for now. Only one hit that time. So it's hitting two then one and two then one, which is weird, but that hit twice. Let's put a Titan Smite on the HQ. Maybe we shouldn't use a Titan Smite, but hey. And there we go. We can actually take that down. So actually, if we can take that down with a Titan, what is the difference in HP between the HQs? Let's put that out. But that is the magic number, the difference in HQs. If anyone knows and wants to find out for me, put it in the chat. The difference between the two HQ levels, what their HP difference is, then we'll know the magic number. I'm sure we can find out though. Just have to wait, don't we? Be patient, be patient, be patient. Um, Still, but the fire stuff won't hurt me aside from Top Shot. Yeah, that's the thing I'm most worried about the most is Top Shot, definitely. Use Gordy for ops, not damage. Yes, but you get ability points back with him. That's the difference. So, yes, HQ 16 has 17,000 health. I should look at the damage, the health on the last one. So, I imagine it's about 3,000. So, we've got one finally. So, let's try doing Skydive. Does 6,000 damage. So let's do Skydive on the HQ. I think it's a 50% damage decrease, so we should see him in range. So that's one Skydive hit. Two Skydive hits. Only one hit there. Let's aim a bit lower. Let's aim here. That makes a difference. Yep, two hit there. Then one. Maybe it's designed that way. So just one, then two, then one, then two. To stop you from doing this, basically. Oh, two hit then. Can we get another two hit off? Get the Titan Smite ready. Oh, I dropped the Titan Smite there. Never mind. So there we go. It can be done. Couple of Skydive hits and you combine. I didn't use Titan Smite on the HQ. So that was pretty you know. But I'm sure there's ability damage reduction on that as well. And I can't remember what it is now for HQ 16. I'll have to find out if the 8's got the magic number, but so it's about the times that. But anyway, whatever it is, basically you need a bot that can do. Let's have a look. Around 12,000 damage. So yeah, that's around the magic number, 12,000 to the HQ. So who have we got does 12,000? Yeah, Silverbot for 50% damage, but so it's 12,000. Obviously, it's 6,000 actual damage. But it has to be you know, 10 or 12,000. HE15 has 13k health. So yeah, it makes sense. So that's about right. So yeah, we need a 12k damage we need. So what was Warpath doing? So Warpath, where are you? Warpath. So for Warpath to hit enough for it to do 12k damage, he'd have to do 8 hits, and I don't think we've got the ability points for that. So I don't think Warpath will do it on a higher level HQ. But we can give it a go, can't we? But it seems to be about 12k. Seems to be a magic number. Let's have a look. The Crusher 11's also asked about my Warty and if I use Rhinox. I've been switching to people in and out, but we'll have a look at it and I'll explain like how I think it's going to evolve over time. So, 12. We'll try and use Warpath if we get a high level HQ 16 in there. We will see. But again, I'm not using any of my high level bots yet at all. So I'll change the boost as well because I want to keep the Titan Smite for the Titans. We'll just yeah, we'll take some of these. Not that we need them, but hey, wish we took some low level bots now. Actually, I've got some decent ones here now, which I don't want to, but I could use Warpath anyway. So let's just do a bit of Warpath. Then the Titan can actually, for some fun, let's see if we can clear the base with Titan and with Metroplex, and see if we can get into just target the HQ, eh? Don't forget that you know. No, I took it out. This ability is awful. It needs addressing. It doesn't do an area. It's so random. Look at that. It's not even killing it. Ugh. Nah, that's not happening. Trying to get Metroplex just to target the HQ. I think that'll only happen if the HQ is further up front. If it's at the back, it's not going to happen. Let's have a look. Let's try again. Just sort of experimenting really and see what you can do with the time, what you can't. So yeah, let's put some lower level bots in there. So we know we can solo with all them lot. We know we can. Put Jazz in there. Put Drift in there. Maybe an Ironhide, to be honest with you. Don't see why not. It's nice and cheap, so why not? Yeah. Kel wants to put it may be the dress. Does the tech tree perk for gunner range push the gunner back, or the basic attack has more range? Um, the basic attack has more range, I think, pretty much. So it will attack from bigger range. And whether that stacks with other ones, I'm not too sure, but we'll see. So 284 times 10 is 2000. It's 5,000 damage. So we need to get 2 hits off with Silverbolt. So we'll put Silverbolt down here. And that didn't work out because I can't even reach the HQ. Well, that worked, didn't it? No, it did. See what tight ability hits there. So let's do Silverbolt again. We'll use a third one just in case so we can hit it. That should do it. So I think my silverbolt's level 60-ish. Around that. So normally he can't solo this zone. Not a chance. Now I want to try and consistently get 2 hits and find out where the magic number is for where to... The magic spot to hit it. Just one again. It's quite annoying that sometimes it hits one, sometimes it hits two. Was that one again? I think so. It's in that one again. It's not looking good. Ooh, getting close. Hey, just about. So yeah, you're looking at about 6,000 damage or thereabouts. So yeah, 62. My silver block is fair. Ruinous support. So I'm closing on a new 5-star bot. Should I wait to see what the new bots will be? Yes, definitely do. You never know how the meta is going to change. You don't want to chase blades, say pull blades and go, yeah, I've got blades, and then anti-hack build bots come out, and then blades no longer is not the best bot out. And obviously you go, well, those new bots are really good now because the meta's changed. I wish I would have gone for that. You can make a more educated decision when that batch comes out. It's due out in December. So yes, you have got about 5 weeks, maybe wait, 6 weeks wait, but I'm waiting. That's what I'm doing. I'm pulling all my crystals when the new cores come out, which is hopefully in about the same time. And I'm also going to pull a new 5-star from that batch as well. Yeah, I know that Rocket Swarm and Striker still, but it makes the AoE, random. But comparing it to that, I don't know. It's just 1 hit to 2 hits. It's a bit. That's very random. That's a problem. Let's use Ironhide now. I think it's mid 50s Ironhide, so let's get what's that HQ. HQ. Just gonna hit some outposts there, but it doesn't matter. The aim is just to get to the HQ and start hitting the HQ. That is all. Might actually hit some of these bots with these rockets, actually. Can't hit the HQ, might as well try and hit something. Last sign has put, how is Blaze not the best? If you were here for the whole stream, you'd know. Times are changing. Oh, we're getting cool and stuck here now. See, a lower level HQ and we're doing less damage. I think we need a boost for this one. There we go, and a boost. Always take a boost. See, Blue Grimlock, that's an interesting point that we were talking about. Since Titan's on the right hand side, I think the new meta will see HQ move a bit to the left to avoid getting hit. I think we'll see defenses move towards the left at the top. I've always thought about it. I've already thought about these points here. You can see I've already moved these points. So my beam laser's not closest to the Titan. So the Titan will take out these, but not take out my defenses as much. I've changed where they were, 'cause I think this was over here. This was there, which means we get targeted. And I think the beam lasers are out wide. I've moved my shield gen to incorporate my MDS, put them behind the HQ along with some healing cores. So yeah, I think it makes people a bit more aware of the right side of their base, whether it's means they'll change the layout. So I don't think they'll change the layout. I think they'll change some of the little things like that, where they'll just put resource builders towards the end. Especially if we have some anti-hack techniques in some way, then I think we'll find people putting the anti-hack things all in a clump together now. I do. See, this would have been perfect for the likes of Jazz. Perfect for Jazz. Oh, I've got Jazz. That's why I brought him, because I knew that. I knew that. I knew that, honestly. I did. Let's do Jazz. Let's do Jazz. Should have enough for just one more ability as well. Let's do Jazz. Oh, that Jazz. And when you hack your own bots, no, they don't attack your Titan. Weirdly enough. This one's gonna be easy. This one's gonna be done in a minute left. One more. I said a minute left. Yay. Still, but we've seen the top four defenses lately. Yeah, yeah, we have, yeah. Last time's put. It didn't get notification, just popped up after He-Man Netflix Part 2 trailer. Stroke bait and switch. Why is it bait and switch? I don't know, first I've heard. I know what bait and switch is. I know it's an American term. But why is that applicable to a He-Man series? Bait and switch. You mean clickbait, you mean? Grind time singing in the chat again. So we'll leave that there. We've done enough Zen farming. We've done enough, haven't we? But I'll quickly go from my war team, how it's sort of changed, how things are going to change over time. So, my general war team consists of usually Goldfire, Rook, Blaster, Sea Spray, Blades, Bumblebee, Ratchet, and Wheeljack. Well, no, I'm lying, actually, no. That is my standard war team I've been using for a long, long, long time now. Lately, I've been subbing Jetfire out for Bumblebee and putting Bumblebee in kind of walk team. I've also been subbing Goldfire out when I do a walk. I'm putting Rhinox in. So I've got more of a sort of tank heavy sort of lineup there rather than Goldfire. Rhinox is in an outpost now, took it to ability 11, which makes him absolutely incredible with Pteranodon and with his G1 core, which sort of reactivates his ability. So it's amazing in an outpost. So yeah, I'm 26,400 health. compared to 22,000. So it's 4,000 extra health, a bit less DPS, 603 and 465, but he's not there for his DPS, he's there for his health. So a bit more of a walk team. But I can see me dropping blades at some point, and that's the bit where I'm a bit like, who should I replace with? And I'll be honest with you, I'm tempted to either put in Smoke Screen, I'm tempted to put in Tracks, or even Laser Optimus, which is why I'm Appeal, or even Optimus Prime, and just have two gunners. Because the thing that I've thought about is that you think about DPS, you think about things like that. It is really important, but once you get through most of the base, you don't lose any bots at the start. Your Combiner does a lot, and your Titan helps you as well. So DPS is less as important. But the big thing for not putting loads of tanks is basically because you don't want to come up against walls. Walls are a big issue, but no one really uses solid walls anymore. So the question is, will we start going to high DPS tanks? Will people then go towards time traps? Because they go to that, will sludge become in the meta? And then will we find that people putting sludge in the team again? So, I think I'll end up putting another tank in here and having these sort of gunners, or these sort of bots. Sea Spray will be the main damage bot with Bumblebee. Now, if I had Hound, Hound would go in there as a gunner instead of Blades. Without a doubt. I could do another 5-star gunner in there. So, I'll put Prowl in there, but we know that Prowl's not staying there. We don't really rate Prowl as such. So, yeah, we've got Rhinox, Rook, Blaster, Sea Spray, a 5-star gunner that you haven't got yet, Bumblebee, and the two healers. And that's sort of like how I think it will go. Or depending on how much damage increases, then we might see that instead. We see Tracks make a comeback. But that's the way I sort of see my team going. We getting rid of the sack, becoming more of a walk team with 3 tanks on the front line. I like the fact that I can rush Rhinox away from trouble or into trouble to avoid it from my gunners in case they get in trouble. I can sort of move them around. I don't like rushing in because of the gunners, but I can as an emergency. Um, but yeah, that's basically. I'll never remove these two. I'll never remove Sea Spray. I'll never remove these two. So the ones that are interchangeable is my first tank. That's interchangeable. Bumblebee maybe, and Tracks depending what happens. It all depends on HP. It all depends on what the meta is. It all depends on what cores come out, which is still up in the air with no guarantee on cores. Everything I spoke about today, it's just speculating. But you know, these speculations that I do come from a good place, from a sort of an area where I've got experience of this in the past, and I see where the game meta is going. We've talked about in the past how all these old techniques have been, have been countered in some way, and they'll counter sack. It's only a matter of time when, but they will counter sack. I mean, for now, I mean, I the only time I don't use Goldfire is where we have the bases like mine, where you can't get from the bottom to the top. Where it's a base like that, I will just walk it and pop the outpost with Rook. It's simple as that. You know, these sort of bases where you can't reach from there to there. There's a big enough distance to not reach. That's where we'll just walk it. There's no point in sacking it. But that's my idea, is that will then make it so that people don't sack it and make it a bit harder maybe. But that's my team and my plan. Who will I give ability 11 to next? Blaster's got 11, Rhino's got 11, Sea Spray's got 11, Rook's got 11. Cheeto, I don't really use in Wars. It all depends on the ability 11. That's coming out soon as well. But Ratchet's got 11, Wheeljack's got 11. Um, yeah, I'm hoping Prowl will get ability 11 actually. If that's the case, then yeah, I'll probably use Prowl if he gets some sort of AoE attack. But yeah, all depends on ability 11, which should be coming out as well in November or December, which we're going to push for. So, a 5-star batch coming out, new cores coming out, ability 11 coming out, and I've got a sneaking suspicion. I could be wrong. You heard it here first. I said this a while ago. I've not really touched upon it for a while because I've been focusing on Titans and Wars. But I really do think we'll see a battle pass in the game of some kind. I really do. Normally, when we talk about things in the chat, we get an answer from Dale and we get a reply, and he was a bit coy when I asked him about it. I don't know. I just got a sneaking suspicion that we might see a battle pass. I don't know. Because normally Dale's quite quick to shoot us down and go, nah, sorry, nothing in the works right now, or that's not happening. And when I asked, it was a bit like, "Ooh, you never know." I was like, ooh, that wasn't a no. Hmm. So you never know. I'm hoping it is a battle pass. It said there's something coming to the game soon. Want to see if they can do it or not. I have no idea what that is. It says something big, but I hope it is a battle pass. I really do. I think it'd be amazing for the game. I think it'd be a no-brainer for everyone to buy, and yeah, it'll be really good. But again, don't rely on anything, guys. It's just speculation, but I really hope we do. Grind Time said, do a giveaway. Okay. You put me on the spot here now. Okay. Uh, I'll tell you what I'll do. The first 5 people to put in the chat what my highest power bot was, get a Sunstreaker Wozza Stash Crystal. Dead easy. Are you paying attention? Dead easy. First 5 people to put in the chat what my highest power bot was a minute ago on the screen. Was you paying attention? Was you looking? First 5 people, and it's the first 5 people to what I see on screen, guys. So, not the actual power, which bot it was. Which bot it was. Not the power, guys. Which bot it was. Ooh, a lot saying Goldfire, a lot saying Blaster, some saying Rhinox. I'm saying Blaster because he's max. So's Goldfire. Goldfire's max as well. I waited a few more votes in because I'm wanting to show myself. I'm not gonna lie. I think I know who it is, but I want to make sure you know. Oh, a lot of votes for Blaster. Some for Goldie. But let's be honest, if you're voting Blaster right now, then you got no chance. So you might as well put Goldie in the chat. But I don't think it's Goldie. I think it is Blaster. I think it is. Should we have a look? Should we have a look? Yes, it is Blaster. He has 5-star Trax on. He's got obviously Trax. He's got a Quintus on. So the first 5 people to reply were the Crusher 11. Wolverine's put Blasty. I'll give you that. I'll give you that typo. I'm sure you're typing really fast to get in. So Wolverine, the Crusher 11, Chris Lewis, Hammertail, and Silverboat 94. Congratulations, you have all won a Sunstreaker Wozza Stash Crystal. So we've got the Crusher 11, Wolverine, Chris Lewis, Hammertail, and Silverboat 94. Yeah. And I tell you what, I'm actually even going to give Super Scott one because he actually knew what power it was. 5331. I'm impressed he even knew the power. So, because I didn't have a clue what the power was. So I'm going to give Super Scott one as well. So that's 6 Sunstreaker Wozza Stash Crystals to give away. And we're going to give 2 away also to all our members as well, which I will message either today or tomorrow. So congratulations to all you, and thank you, Grind Time, for pressuring me into that. But you know what? I've got loads of codes left, guys. So we're going to do a competition in Discord and give the rest away this week. So in the next couple of days. So stay tuned. If you're not in my Discord already, we've been throwing some links in the chat. Make sure you join my Discord for loads of giveaways on Sunstreaker Wozza Stash Crystals and other sort of things like that. But don't forget to subscribe, guys. Like I said earlier, don't forget to hit a like on the video before you leave. We'll be doing some regular streams. I think I'm going to change my stream timetable to be doing 3 a week, so we can actually do 2 Earth Wars streams per week, and then one other one on another day as well. So we could probably do 3 a week, but only still 2 Earth Wars ones and then another one. Fireflies said, "Can I get a 5-star code just for you? I'll send you a 5-star code, Firefly. No worries." All right, well, thank you for everyone for tuning in. Don't forget we stream every Wednesday where we cover the news, the newsletter, and sort of interesting sort of things like this, things that come up to the game. We stream it on Sundays up to now as well. That could change. Where we stream some different things. It depends on what's happening in Earth War, depends on the event, depends on all the games that I'm playing. But if there's any games you want to suggest to me to download and try, then yeah, let me know in Discord. But at the minute we're trying a bit of Call of Duty. I'm trying to get some people to sort of join in and get a bit of a clan together. So if you do play Call of Duty, then hit me up, or Call of Duty, as you say it in America. Hit me up in my Discord section of the Call of Duty section. If you play Clash Royale, hit me up in the Clash Royale section, and we can, play together on stream. But yeah, every Wednesday is definitely Earth Wars, and then we're going to do another day, definitely over weekend, maybe still Sunday for Earth Wars, maybe, and then maybe Monday even, and then maybe something else. But yeah, we're going to change the schedule, I think. But Wednesdays will be guaranteed, so we can cover the news there. All right. Well, thanks for watching, guys. Thanks to everyone for tuning in. See you next Wednesday if I don't see you beforehand. And peace out, guys.